I'm gonna be that drunk that y'all gotta carry me out. Well, I spoke all of those scenarios into existence. The next day it happened. I dominated, beat him, and yeah, I had to be carried into the hotel. So it was a good night.
My next guest is coming off a huge win over Chad Anheliger, UFC Fight Night back on November 18th. It is Jose Johnson back here on the program. Jose, how are you?
Pretty good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing great. First victory in the octagon, and we're a couple days removed. How does that feel? Is that sunk in yet? You got the big win.
Oh man, it really started to hit me when I got home. The kids had a really sweet special surprise waiting for me on the garage. Like, congratulations, we miss you. And they thought it out very well and played music, and it was amazing.
That's great, man. Did you know you were the first fighter to finish Chad in a fight since 2014? Did you know that going in?
I did not.
Yeah. Does that add a little bit more? Because Chad, for the most part, I know he's been on a nice winning streak. Did lose a fight prior to fighting you, but pretty durable overall. Does that add a little bit more to the victory?
Yeah, in a sense, yeah, I guess you could say it does. I know he's a tough guy. He's fought some tough guys. I actually do this thing when I study an opponent. I not only study them, but the people that they fought to get an idea, to basically come together. It's like a math problem for me. And he fought some tough dudes, man. And he had a lot of freaking heart. He took a lot of stuff that would have put a lot of people away, that has put a lot of people away, and he kept coming.
Yeah, no, he did. And anything in the fight, kind of looking back, that maybe surprised you about him, or was it pretty much what you expected on Saturday?
It's pretty much what I expected. He, I, I don't know, he kind of lit a fire under my ass a little bit because he was telling me, like, he was telling guys in interviews, like, I'm gonna be better than him in everywhere, and I'm gonna bully him, I'm gonna dog him, and I was just like, I like that. I like that confidence because I want to take that confidence away from him. So I wanted to implement his own game plan that he was going to try to implement on me, on himself, like reverse psychology in a sense.
I think most people watching the fight knew that you were ahead, but did you kind of need after that second round where you kind of like, I got to get a finish here just to put a stamp on things? Like, what was sort of your thoughts going into the third round?
It was more so it was too close for comfort for me. And I wanted to make a statement, and I definitely wanted to make a statement on the ground because he had just got his black belt. So I wanted to show him. He said he was going to be extremely greater than me at grappling. He did not demonstrate that, and I capitalized on it.
Surprised you didn't get a bonus. I know there was a pretty a lot of names on this card, a lot of good performances. You're surprised that they didn't get your bonus for that finishing Chad in the fight.
I'm surprised I didn't get a bonus either, and it's funny because the boss man himself is actually in Killeen today, and I kind of want to pull up on him,
like, hey man, I did my job. I finished this guy, right? So yeah,
like, what has to happen? Someone has to die in there? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah,
it was a back and forth battle, very well competitive. I pulled ahead of him at the end of each round. I dominated each round, I feel, and then got the finish like late, like buzzer beater style, and I thought it was very exciting, and it definitely deserved the bonus.
How did you celebrate after the win? Again, first UFC victory. It's been, kind of a long road to get this win for a variety of reasons. Like you must, sort of looking back at the process to get here, that's got to feel great after that fight on Saturday.
It felt amazing. This is actually pretty funny. So the day of weigh-ins, afterwards we did our me and my people went out. There's about 9 of us to Cheesecake Factory to eat, and while we were talking, I just remember me saying that tomorrow I'm gonna win this fight, and when I beat this dude up, I don't want to remember nothing. I want y'all to carry me out. I want to be that drunk that y'all gotta carry me out. Well, I spoke all of those scenarios into existence. The next day it happened. I dominated, beat him, and yeah, I had to be carried into the hotel. So it was, it was a good night.
Good time. That's great. So you got 10-8 when you went out that night, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Like the honesty there. And when did you get back home? I imagine you came back the next day, or when did you get back?
We got me and the wife got back home Sunday, and just kind of just relaxed and celebrated with the kids, had some fun, and watched movies, watched my fight over, and got a little emotional. It's been a long road, and just got glad I got to share it with my family and my team, everybody.
Um, I know we got obviously Thanksgiving coming up this weekend. When do you want to get back in there? Imagine enjoy the holidays a little bit. I think all the cards are pretty much filled up for the most part for the next little bit. Kind of looking maybe early 2024. When do you want to get back in there?
So I told my manager I'm ready for whatever 2024 or sooner. Sounds good to me. I took absolutely no damage in that fight. Um, so I'm ready whenever. I'm just gonna take you out of this thing because
All
it's
good.
taking
Yeah,
a
no,
lot.
whatever works best. Any opponents in mind, or I guess just whatever they give you, you'll sort of take it in and see what works.
Oh man, I'm an assassin. I don't ever ask for a specific contract. I want to get a little up more on the ladder before I start doing things like that. So it's whoever they send.
And what do you got planned for Thanksgiving this week?
Necessarily no plans. We're probably just gonna crash everyone else's Thanksgiving. The whole family. Either that
That's
or I actually.
listen, that's so smart. You don't have the cleanup, right? That's the worst part, right? Because you get a bunch of people over, you got to clean up, you got to buy the cleaning stuff and paper towels and paper plates and all that. It's a lot of work, right?
It is a lot of work. It is a lot of work for sure.
Now, are you a guy that watches like specific movies on Thanksgiving, or you just whatever's on, or things that you got to catch up on? Like what do you watch during the holidays? You mentioned you watch movies.
Yeah. So actually, last night me and the wife watched Friday After the Next, which is a
Oh,
Christmas
excellent movie.
theme,
Yeah,
and so not necessarily watching like Christmas movies. I would like to. I like a lot of action movies, of course. Action is life. Um, but me and the wife have been on rom coms lately too.
okay. Anything good? Anything you watched recently that you like?
We have recently watched with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, uh, Blended. It's a really good
Okay.
movie. Actually, got a Flint native in there. His name is Terry Crews. Uh, it was pretty good actually.
There we go. Well, hope you have a good holiday season. Again, congratulations on the win. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
I just want to give another shout out to Bookie.Slayer. Uh, who made me a lot of money on IG. That's his name, Bookie.Slayer. I want to give a shout out to a few of my sponsors, North End Fitness. I got their hoodie on right now. Um, they actually helped a lot when I was in Vegas. Um, just my family, to be honest, my family and my team. My wife was by my side the entire time while I was cutting weight. She's even laying next to me when I was in the sauna blanket. It was quite special. So not necessarily a whole lot of sponsors to thank, but a whole lot of special people.